Alright everybody, it is June 17th and we are on day 44 of our Daily Doodles. For those who watched Cartoon Network back in the day, you're going to recognize this character pretty quickly. We jumped from Nickelodeon characters over to some Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network is probably my favorite, broadcaster? Is that what you call them? TV broadcaster? I guess, I don't know. But Cartoon Network is most certainly my favorite, even as an adult. I love Cartoon Network. They have some great shows. They've been kind of falling off the wagon with this Teen Titans Go garbage. Like, I hate Teen Titans Go. I hate it with a passion. It is awful. It is probably one of the worst shows they've ever come out with. I even watched a top 10 video of Cartoon Network's worst shows, and I think it got number 2. But that's because number 1 was so bad that it could not possibly not be number 1. It was like just... Can you remember the name of the show? But I never watched it, but God, it looked awful. The animation, the voice acting, everything about it was just awful. But at this point, you should probably be noticing that we are actually drawing Courage the Cowardly Dog, or at least my version of him. Courage the Cowardly Dog was always one of my most favorite shows, and it was most certainly one of my niece's favorite shows. She actually had me draw Courage for her one time. But something that I really love about Courage, listen to me, Courage like Courage cheese. Lord have mercy. Anyways, one of my favorite things about Courage the Cowardly Dog, the show, was all the variety of characters that you saw. Of the bad guys, ghosts, spirits, demons, and whatnot. All the different creatures you've seen in the show. Like, there was such a variety, and all of them being different. Just all of them being just about completely different. It was incredible how they created such a variety of characters just for one show. It would be hard for me to pick one favorite character, as in villains and whatnot. If we're talking about a favorite character altogether, it'd probably be Eustace, just because Eustace cracked me up. He's just, he always got his just desserts at the end of every episode. And Eustace always just cracked me up. It was great. And I love the episode where it actually speaks about what happened to Courage's parents. I'm pretty sure that was close to the end, like close to the last episode, where it actually revealed that. Which was a pretty sad story. It really was. But I'm not going to reveal any spoilers for those who may have missed that episode back in the day. You guys got to look it up. It's somewhere online. You guys can watch it. It's probably on YouTube, most likely. Being that Courage the Cowardly Dog hasn't been on the air for so many years, they probably would allow it on YouTube by now. I would like to choose a favorite villain, but honestly, let's go over a couple of them. Like, the Fox was a recurring villain. The Fox had a few things going on. I can't really remember all of them. I do remember one in particular that stood out to me, was one where the Fox actually had an island where he had, he was turning people into appliances and making them fight in an arena. It was a crazy episode. That was nuts. And let's see here. I remember the water phantom, I guess you'd call her. She's like a phantom that could only be seen in water, and she could only come through water, reach out of water and whatnot. And let's see here. I remember the goose that was like the goose god. That one was weird. And then, of course, the computer. The computer that always criticized Courage was actually a villain in one of the episodes, but that was only because he was a computer and he never got to go anywhere, and then he ended up taking over Muriel's body, and in the end, the computer ended up being a good guy again, but nonetheless, he was a bad guy for that one episode. Let's see here. What other bad guys were there? There were so many. It's just ridiculous. I have a hard time. The eggplants. I remember the eggplants. Oh man, the eggplants were funny. Okay, I think the eggplants were my favorite. I think the eggplants were my favorite character. The favorite bad guy, anyway. Eustace is still my all-time favorite character. He just reminds me a lot of my dad, which is awful. But my dad's always criticizing our dog, calling him stupid dog and dumb dog and stuff like that. So I mean, it suits him. It suits him very well. He'd probably hate to hear that, but it does. It really does suit him. But then again, Eustace's mother played a pretty good part as a villain, too. There's that one where she was working for the wig factory, and she hated Muriel. She had no good reason to hate her, but she just hated her. Classic mother-in-law kind of thing. But let's see here. I think she took Muriel to the hair factory and used this growth formula to grow her hair out to, I don't know, like farm it to make wigs and stuff, because Eustace's mother was actually bald under her wig and all that, and so that's how she made money. It was a really weird episode, really weird show if you've never watched it before. But you guys should totally check out Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's a great show if you can find it on the internet or on YouTube. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up. This has been our Daily Doodles as seen by Austin. Thank you all for checking out this video. I have some other videos here I believe you all would enjoy. Be sure to comment, like this video, and subscribe if you haven't yet for a chance at some free merchandise or some free art. Sounds good, right? All right, you know what to do. See you later.